Dear Neptune, what is that?
Not Neptune, but a good friend of his.
Oh, good. But seriously, what is that thing?
That would be Miranda, one of the major moons of the planet Uranus.
Looks more like roadkill to me.
Hey, don't hate, she's got a great personality.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you all about her.
Go ahead, I'm all ears.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying, Miranda is one of the major moons of the planet Uranus. She's also the planet's innermost moon, meaning that she's the closest moon to Uranus. Due to this, Miranda is tidally locked with the planet.
Huh, that makes for a better love story than Twilight right there.
I know, right? Anyway, the only footage we have of Miranda is from the Voyager 2 flyby back in 1986.
Well, let's hope 30 years hasn't been too hard on her. You never know at that age, it can go either way.
Do you mind?
Sorry.
Thank you. Anyway, here's what we know about Miranda. Miranda is about 470 kilometers in diameter, not even the size of Texas, and about negative 335 degrees Fahrenheit in temperature.
Which is obviously way colder than Texas.
True. Anyway, it takes 1.4 days for Miranda to rotate on its axis. That's about 34 hours to go around Uranus, and 84 years to go around the Sun. Due to Miranda and the planet's tilt, that means that Miranda would experience 42 years of sunlight and 42 years of darkness.
Based on that distance, if you wanted to take a selfie on Miranda and send it to your friends here on Earth, the radio signal would take, on average, about 2.5 hours to get there.
Yeah, about. The surface of Miranda is littered with craters, features called chevrons. Looking up close at Miranda, you can see what looks like a V shape on the surface. That's a chevron. And oval grooved structures called coronae, which, incidentally, look a lot like racetracks.
It looks like there's a future for NASCAR when we leave Earth after all. Haha.
Moving on. Aside from craters and coronae, Miranda also has huge canyons, faults, and cliffs. Some of those cliffs are about 12 times as deep as the Grand Canyon on Earth. Miranda also has a very low gravity level. In fact, the gravity on Miranda is less than 1% of Earth's.
So if you were a rock getting ready to be thrown off the top of one of those cliffs, or a cliff diver for all you adrenaline junkies, we know you're out there, it would take about 10 minutes for you to reach the bottom.
Sounds about right. Now, Miranda is believed to be made of water, ice, and rocky materials. Due to this, the low gravity, and a non-existent atmosphere, Miranda doesn't have weather, sky colors, or surface pressure.
Seriously? I thought you said she had a great personality.
Minor details. Anyway, while Miranda is cold, like we said, not a whole lot is known about the kinds of dangers we would experience if we lived on Miranda.
For example, we aren't sure if there are any wampas. Voyager 2 didn't see any in 86, but they could be out there.
There is no evidence of wampas on Miranda whatsoever.
You know what? You're right. Sarlaccs are more likely.
You do know this isn't Star Wars, right?
The comparison seemed fitting. Miranda and Hoth are both freezing cold.
Sarlaccs don't live on Hoth, or Miranda for that matter.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Your lack of focus is what's disturbing. Now, as I was saying, not a whole lot is known about the kinds of dangers we would experience if we lived on Miranda. There is intense radiation from charged particles produced by Uranus's magnetosphere, which does pose a serious problem, especially if you lived on the side of Miranda facing away from the planet.
I shudder to think about what you'd face if you lived on the side of Miranda facing towards the planet.
May I continue, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Now, it is possible that, like other moons, Miranda experiences moonquakes.
Which is basically the moon equivalent of an earthquake.
Right. And not to mention cryovolcanism, which is basically where, instead of erupting molten rock like a volcano on Earth would, a volcano on an icy body like Miranda would erupt volatiles such as water, ammonia, or methane.
Oh joy, like that's any better.
What is it with you and the commentary?
Somebody's got to be the comic relief around here.
I'm trying to keep things down to earth.
We're not talking about Earth, are we? We're talking about Miranda.
Exactly my point. We're trying to tell everyone about Miranda and what it would be like living there.
After everything we just told them, I don't think anyone would want to live on that eyesore of a moon.
Haven't you ever heard of the phrase beauty is only skin deep?
We're talking about a moon, not a person, and all that crap about personality, let's face it, Miranda has no personality.
Okay, getting back on topic.
No personality whatsoever.
Shut up! While there are dangers to living on Miranda, Miranda is not all that bad, despite what some people may say. Though the conditions are not exactly ideal, I think we should keep in mind what Miranda is made up of: water, ice, and rocky materials. Water, H2O, oxygen. Now we don't know if this water is frozen or liquid, but at least we know there's water on Miranda. So with this in mind, we believe that it would be possible to live on Miranda. Not as an entire nation, given Miranda's size, but a colony could be established.
Maybe, but they wouldn't live long and prosper.
Star Trek? Seriously?
Variety is the spice of life.